Hey, I'd like to thank Chuck and Laura over at Leia cruisingleia.com for their videos and their tips on the cooking plate and the coffee press. Great ideas. Thanks, guys. Alrighty, folks. Well, Saturday work at the boat. The plan was to come down and just get a couple of small things done. We weren't going to do anything major. Let me turn this down. Oh, and I got a story on the Ray Marine equipment in the West Marine debacle. Yeah, if you guys want to go over to svfootprints.com, take a look at the article on the West Marine debacle. I'll tell you all about what I went through with that. Anyway, I went ahead and put in the new switch for the bilge pump. So now she is 100%. She's back to what she would be. This is all obviously got to be cleaned up, and I'm going to put trim down here. We're going to get to that. Important things first, like bilge pumps. On my Maxwell 650 windlass, I hooked it up to the battery and I got her to spin both directions. She is a bidirectional raising and lowering windlass with the capstan. Of course, the capstan and the for the chain on the other side, which I like because we'll be able to use this puppy to help us raise and lower the dinghy and do things like that. Anyway, so I got to get stubs for this. Supposed to have stubs that screw into here, and then you put it through. Of course, put your nuts on the bottom of it, so to speak. Anyway, so I'll be putting that in within the next couple of weeks, and that will complement the 150 feet of brand new high street chain that we bought, and the big CQR plow that I've discovered. Anyway, so I'm back to a little bit more straightening up. I had to get down, get underneath where the batteries are under here, and do the wiring on the bilge pump switch. So I've got that wired up, and so I'm going to start kind of spiffing up it. Well, the first mate has started on the deck, the hatch cover for the stern cabin out there. She started on that, and she's going to sand that down and perhaps get a coat of varnish on it. But there you have that, and we'll be looking at some other stuff here in a minute. Slowly, the nav station is coming along. Got my ham radio there. Hooked it up to ensure that it's still working. Everything is still good with it. So we're getting her cleaned up. What's for lunch first, mate?
Dinner.
Dinner. I mean dinner.
We are having some nice fish I just caught. Some asparagus that I grew up on the deck.
Where'd you catch that fish? What store?
Bonds.
Okay. Good deal. Sounds good. Well, the first mate has taken to doing the rear hatch. I didn't do a video of this earlier, did I?
Nope.
She's taken to doing the rear hatch. Looks like she's got most of the garbage,
A lot
caulking,
of it, yeah.
scraped out.
And we have found some wood that is looks rotted a little bit in some areas.
Yeah.
So now we're deciding, do we want to just sand it and varnish it and put the grouting back in, or do we want to completely redo it?
Yeah, we're debating. We're gonna sand it a little bit, I think, and then see how it comes out, and then go from there. See if we want to just call them personality marks, character flaws, and leave them in. Anyway, we'll give you a progress report when we're getting closer to done on it. So, folks, we made a little progress on that back hatch. She got it all sanded down. And it looks pretty nice. We didn't put any varnish on it, so we'll get some more shots of that next weekend. I've got kind of a semi-punch down list, which I'm adding on to my main list. Things to do before we even take her out. Well, we've got a couple of tears in the very top of the mainsail. We're going to repair those. That's not a big deal. The engine is sorted out, all filters changed, everything's sorted out on that, so we're good with that. We've got 2 VHF antennas. One's on the rear pulpit, and then one's at the top of the mast. And I think both of them probably have shorts in either the PL259 plug that goes into the radio or somewhere along the line. I got to sort that out. I need to build a shelf for the electronics. I'm going to put a shelf in on the desk and mount everything in it, possibly with a fascia on the front of it. Get that all mounted and sorted out. We got mast lights, anchor light, spreader light, steaming light. Got to be replaced. The windlass, I need to mount it and wire it in. Running lights, yeah, I've got one running light that I need to put a lens on. I've got a pack of lenses for it. I need to get that done. This isn't this. Well, it's not a small thing, but it's something that we're not overly concerned with at the moment. I need to ensure that the holding tanks are mounted really well, and then I need to sort the tank out in the V-berth and see how big it is and figure out where it ties into the system, because that's about an extra 80 or so gallons. What you're looking at on the screen right now is a hand drawing of the refrigeration system. The box on the left that's wedge shaped is the ice box that's in there now. It's the factory. The box on the right is a proposed add-on that I may or may not put in. It's going to have a cold plate in it. I've already sorted out which cold plate, and that should supply both. I may not build the box on the right. I may just do the box on the left. So anyway, we'll give you some more updates here this coming weekend when we go down to see it. See you later.